Hello and welcome back to Longship Gaming. Today we are playing Doctor Strange against Ebony Maw in a game of Marvel Champions. Wanted to do this matchup for a while. I didn't necessarily want to do the traditional Doctor Strange leadership deck, regarded as probably one of the more powerful decks in the game. Wanted to try something different. And so I went looking on the Marvel Champions database and found an aggression deck put up by Drew. I will link to that deck below in the description. It focuses not so much on having your allies attack, but instead of using as one to deal huge bursts of damage from the Avengers and Guardians that you have in play. So to go over the deck, we have for our allies Thor Odinson, Throg, Angela, Wasp, and Hulk, generally all very cheap to bring out. As one, 3 copies of that. That takes an Avenger and a Guardian character, so you can exhaust 2 characters, and it deals X damage to an enemy, where X is the combined attack of those characters. This attack gains overkill. It's very potent. To boost up their very high, or generally high attack values, Boot Camp. 2 copies of Energy Spear that can be given to Guardians, and 3 copies of Enraged. And since we're never really wanting to attack with these cards, except maybe for, well, we'll get to in a minute, Cosmo here, that's just there to build up their base attack to use big as one turns. For our basic cards, we have good old Cosmo. Cosmo is important here because you can use him regardless outside of as one, because the incantation deck, or invocation deck, sorry, counts as a deck that he can manipulate. And that also gives us another tool to be able to move quickly through the deck to bypass the invocations that we don't actually want on a given turn. Keeping him up and healthy is important throughout the game. We have Sorcerer Supreme for that card of the hand size. 2 copies of Sidearm. Quinn Carrier. 3 copies of Spiritual Meditation. Probably one of the most important cards for Doctor Strange, really, when it comes to filtering through what you have in your deck. And Genius, Strength, and Energy. So we're going to get shuffled up and set up and ready to go, and we'll be right back. All right, we're shuffled up and ready to go. To quickly go over what we have here, we are of course playing on Expert. So we have Ebony Maw on his second stage. 18 health, scheme of 2, attack of 2 every time he activates. Remove an invocation counter from each spell card in your play area. And as part of the setup between Ebony Maw and Attack on Knowhere, which is his main scheme, we have 2 spells out right off the bat. We have Fireball and Pacification. His scheme, Attack on Knowhere, comes out with 1 threat on it, has a threshold of 6. For Doctor Strange, comes in at 10 hit points to start. On his alter ego side, a 3 recovery. He has the ability to discard the top card of the invocation deck, limit once per phase. On his hero side, we have a thwart of 2, an attack of 1, defense of 2. And Spell Mastery action, exhaust Doctor Strange and pay the cost of the top card of the invocation deck. Resolve the special ability on that card. And he has a hand size of 6. So we have drawn for ourselves Enraged, as 1, Sorcerer Supreme, Sidearm, as 1, as 1. Oh boy. That is a truly awful start. We're going to have to cycle through our deck to get really any use out of as 1 at all. And we don't have any allies out. Wow, and that was a very thorough shuffle too, but to have those 3 come out the opening hand, that's dreadful. They're going to have to go. I need something to use on the first turn. And Sorcerer Supreme really is the only one that's any good here. 5. Throg, Sanctum Sanctorum, Enraged, Wong, Mystical Studies. Okay. So. We don't necessarily want the images of Icon, so we're going to use his ability to discard it. 7 rings, a Ragador, that'll be good for us. Let's see. Wong is actually sort of a detriment to us here, because he's not an Avenger nor a Guardian, so he doesn't really fit in with what we want to do. Mystical Studies doesn't do much for us. There's no spells in here. Well, this is not even a great replacement hand for us. So, I think we're just going to bring in Sorcerer Supreme and Throg. We'll switch over. We're not going to cast that yet. We don't really need it. So we're going to have Throg. Thwart. It's okay if he just stays on 1. And then attack for 1. As I knock over Ebony Maw. Yeah, not a particularly strong start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Magical enhancements, protective ward, enrage, meditation, magic blast. Okay. That'd be good for some filtering. All right, so he's going to scheme. He's going to attack. I think we're just going to take it here. So for when he activates, we got to do this first before the attack. So it's 4. Encounter card. It's another spell. This time it's pacification again. And spells, of course, surge. And he's going to attack again. We can't afford to mess around with this, so Throg's going to have to get in the way. And goodbye, Throg. Okay. 7 rings really doesn't do us much good here now. So, we're going to have to filter. Draw 2, discard 1. Let's discard enhancements. Then we're going to do it again with a second spiritual meditation. Let's discard Bootcamp. So now we have... we've got our friend out. That should be good for us. Let's get Cosmo out. Do we want to give Tough? I think we might have to, considering what's going on here. Yes. Let's get rid of these 2. Oh, we only need to get rid of 1. So, all right, let's take those back. And let's get rid of that. We're going to give, using the Rings of Ragador. Oops. Give Cosmo Tough. Now we'll give him enraged. We are not going to attack yet, though, because I actually do want Crimson Bands to go off next turn. And we're going to draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Energy, Magic Blast, Hulk, Thor, Magical Enhancements, Energy Spear. Okay. He's going to scheme. All these counters come off. He's going to attack. Do we just want to tough it? Yeah, we're just going to tough it out. Counter card, Black Order Infantry. All right. Back to us. We definitely want to stun Thor. Sorry, stun the Crimson Bands while we can. Brings Ebony Maw down to 10. Do we want Thor? Or do we want to Magic Blast the infantry? Or have Cosmo do it? Oh, the Winds of Watum are really good to draw us cards on the next turn. But it's not really our biggest concern right now. Kind of want to have another ally out. Or give us, well, we can have Hulk. Hulk is an Avenger after all. So we can Hulk. And then we'll put an Energy Spear on Cosmo. So now Cosmo is hitting for 5. And we will say, we predict that it's an event. Take out the infantry, which then gives Ebony Maw a tough card. We're not going to attack with Hulk at this time. Because we need him for future events. Okay. Ready up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have Agamotto, Spiritual Meditation, Energy Spear, Master of the Mystic Arts, Master of the Mystic Arts, and Angela. Okay. So, one scheme goes on. One of these comes off of each. Force response after the last invocation counter is removed from pacification, discarded, exhaust each upgrade you control, and you are stunned. We are stunned. And our upgrades, so that doesn't matter. And these don't matter because they work regardless, but we'll just make sure that they're done. He cannot attack. still tough, though. And encounter card. He's going to attack. Nothing we do about that in hand, so we're going to have Cosmo tough it out. So he's activating, so both of these come off. So I deal 4 damage, so we're down to 2. Stunned again. Pacification goes away. We'll flip. He's tough already. Tough guard comes off of Cosmo. Okay, I think on this turn we need to do something about this this stun. I think we need, however, to confuse him before we do anything else. So let's have spiritual meditation. Keep the cloak for sure. We want the Eye of Agamotto for sure. So for now, we're going to give up our energy spear. We don't really need to play Angela at this stage. I think it's too risky, especially with the Black Order in the deck. Let's get the eye out. Use the eye. One of these to pay for the cloak. Leaving us with the Master of the Mystic Arts. So we will cast Vapors of Altor to turn tough into confused. And Vapors are back on top again. We're going to use the cloak to come back up. We're going to flip over. We're going to heal. Perform surgery on himself. Hulk is still going to just be Hulk. We're going to make some room to discard Vapors because we're not going to need it. And Crimson Bands, just what we like to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deck is empty. Reshuffle. Whoop. Shuffle mess. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have Master of Mystic Arts, Astral Projection, Wasp, Strength, Astral Projection, Genius. Okay. Ready everything up. He is going to scheme. He's confused, so we cannot scheme. First encounter card. Reactor Overload. When revealed, each player must choose to take either 2 damage or place 2 threat. Well, I'm going to take 2 damage. Be done with it. Second encounter card. He's going to scheme. Of course he is. Nothing I can do to stop that. Thought I had another turn, but nope. Schemes for 4. So attack on Knowhere is going to flip. So then we go looking for a spell. And he's on his second stage. It's bad luck for us. Oh, if I recall... shuffle encounter card. Oh, so you shuffle first, then look for them. Okay. At least with this scenario, that forestalls any acceleration. And getting a spell card out is not the worst thing in the world because it's a put into play, not reveal, so it's not going to surge on us. Actually, let's make sure that's the case. I know I've had to look this one up before. Put it into play. Yeah. Oh, nope. It's Agent of Thanos. Manipulation. Okay. So now it's back to us. At least that's not a damage spell, so that's good. So, we're going to flip over. We're going to attack to get rid of stun. A cloak to bring us back up. Now we could master the Mystic Arts here. I know we want an Astral Projection for sure to get rid of that threat too. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to Astral Projection. Choose a scheme to remove 3 threat from that scheme, and look at the top card of the deck. It's nothing, so we just get rid of Reactor Overload. And then we will cast Crimson Bands to do 7 in stun. So he's down to 3. We don't have the resources to bring out Wasp. We don't need Astral Projection. I think what we want to do here actually is to, well, we'll see what happens. So we're going to Eye of Agamotto, pay for the Master Mystic Arts to cast Winds of Watoomb, which is just going to go back on top. So we're going to draw 3 cards. Mystic Studies, Enraged. Still no way to pay for Wasp, so... don't need to get rid of any of that. It's an alter ego action. Don't really need to draw again. So we will put a sidearm on Cosmo. Put an Enraged on Hulk. Not that we're going to use Hulk for his intended purpose. Instead, we're just going to attack with Cosmo. Now he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A very well-armed dog. And we're going to guess that it's Event. which of course it was, because we can see exactly what it is, and it'll always be events. So that is going to take him down and flip him to his next stage. So we go looking for a spell. And again, that is not reveal. 23 health. I mean, I could start punching with Hulk, but he might just disappear on me. We're going to get rid of Astral Projection. And draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Queen Carrier, Magic Blast, Spiritual Meditation, as one, Boot Camp, Spiritual Meditation. That's a lot of damage. Might actually be able to get rid of him on this turn. We shall see what happens. Alright. Scheme. Counter comes off. Stun, so he can't attack. And counter card. He attacks. Let's just have... Oh, forgot to ready up here. Let's have Hulk get in the way. So it's 4 damage, so Hulk is not dead. Of course, that activates that. Discard a card, and we're confused. Okay. And we'll lose Spiritual Meditation. Okay. No, I don't know why I did that. We're just confused. Okay. So we have another Spiritual Meditation to play around with. Enraged, and as one. Okay. So. We confuse him quite easily here. We don't need to as one as of yet. So, let's confuse. And get rid of the threat. As one doesn't really work for us here. I think we want to, we can Magic Blast, get some damage in. 2, 3. Magic Blast, so it does 5, and then another 2, so it does 7. And 16. Now we're going to attack with Cosmo for 6. So we're going to discard that, reshuffle. I think we've definitely got him next turn, barring anything really untoward happening. Ragador. Going to turn over to Alter Ego. And heal. We don't really need said rings. Sorry, we're getting rid of that. Bring up the winds. We're going to discard Boot Camp. We're going to keep as one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Magical enhancements, energy, Thor, Long, as one. Okay. So, a scheme. He's confused, so he cannot scheme. Oh, forgot to ready everything. Encounter card. Landing craft. Don't think it's going to matter. And it's back to us, and I think it's a simple matter of no point in being fancy about it. Flipping over. And, yeah, we'll just, let's see, we got a total of 5 here. An Avenger and Cosmo. So we're just going to spend our 2 energy on as one. And Cosmo and Hulk do 11 damage, taking out Ebony Maw. Okay. That actually went a lot faster. But yeah, it's pretty clear that Doctor Strange is such a potent hero, just because how easy it is for him to put on stunned and confused states against the enemy and deal huge burst damage. Also got kind of lucky in that one because I only really ever had 1 minion come out, and we know that the Black Order is in this deck, but they never came out to play. So I think we got pretty lucky with the draws that we did get there. But yes, so Doctor Strange defeats enemy alien wizard that is Ebony Maw, thanks largely to the best boy in the multiverse, Cosmo. I really hope that Crisis Protocol, that they do eventually release a Cosmo model. It is absolutely delightful. So, if you enjoyed the game, let me know in the comments below. If I missed anything or could have done anything better, please comment, and I'll try to respond. Hit the bell for notifications, new content, and please subscribe and like the video. It really helps me out. Until next time, happy gaming.